Day 46 of the Road to 50 States. We have arrived here in Maryland. I'm standing here with Jon Rowley, founder and chief product officer of RoosterBio. What is the next big thing in pharma?
I think the next big thing in pharma is definitely cell and gene therapy. We are in the early stages of this industry, and we still have yet to get that first blockbuster drug. But just like in about 20 years it took for the first biologic to be approved, then 20 of the top 25 drugs were all biopharmaceuticals. I think we're going to be on that same trajectory with cell and gene therapy.
So Jon, as we have traveled around the United States, there is one area of medicine which has been discussed: regenerative medicine. The whole concept of, can we actually grow new cells, can we grow new organs?
Mm-hmm.
And is that going to be possible in our lifetime?
Our goal at RoosterBio is really to what we call industrialize, the supply chain for this future world where cells and even tissues are going to be the therapeutic products that are delivered to patients over the next few years. However, there's a significant challenge there because the manufacture of the cells that will go into these pose significant bottlenecks within the industry. And RoosterBio was founded back in 2013 specifically to provide off-the-shelf cellular components so that anybody can have ready access to high-quality cellular starting materials for rapid product development and rapid clinical translation. If you want to include a living cell into a product, whether it's the main product or whether it's a product that you want to genetically modify, or whether that living cell is only one of a subset of cells that go into a complex engineered tissue or organ system, you have to create that supply chain all yourself. And what that does is it extends your product development timeline by several years, tens of millions of dollars. And because of that, only the best funded companies can even work on this kind of stuff. And so we are trying to really democratize cellular technology, lower the barrier, so that anybody can have access to high quality cellular starting materials to do cell therapy product development, to do gene therapy product development, and even engineered tissue development.
So at RoosterBio, you have a product offering that is off the shelf and ready to go, terminology that you use at the organization. And how does this benefit novel therapies with regards to more of an immediacy with regards to their R&D development?
Having these off-the-shelf high-volume cells, so you're never waiting for cells to run experiments, what it does is it reduces what they call the innovation cycle time, right? And the innovation cycle time is how long does it take you to run an experiment, get your data, design the next experiment, right? So that you can actually learn and build upon and fully optimize your, say your cell product. What is that exactly do you need out of it, right? And so by having these off-the-shelf cells, with again manufacturing built in, you get to that final answer much faster, right? So we've tripled to quadrupled the pace of discovery, with our off-the-shelf systems. As it relates to product and process development, since these cell banks already have bulk MSC manufacturing, the bulk cell expansion aspect already built in, you spend less time on doing manufacturing process development work, which can take a couple of years, and more time on your product development. And then once you actually have your full process developed, then you need to start over, build your GMP cell banks, tech transfer to a GMP manufacturer. We've taken and then line up your tissue sourcing, which is again a very challenging aspect of the industry. And instead of having to do that and start from tissue and build your cell banks, which can take 2 to 3 years, we offer these off-the-shelf GMP cell banks, which are built with the same CMC as the materials that you used in research and product development, and that again removes that 2 to 3 years, a couple $1 million just in that one stage, and allows for very rapid transition into GMP manufacturing, which again is a significant bottleneck within the industry. And so by having the right set of raw materials You can speed through research. You can speed through product development because process development is already mostly done, and then very quickly start your GMP manufacturing. This has removed several years of time, millions and millions of dollars from product development life cycles, and we've had customers get into clinical trials in less than a year.
So Enzo, the Yorkshire Terrier here, wants to answer the last question, and it's what type of customers do you have at Rooster, and where do you think that's going to change over the next 24 months?
A wide variety of customers doing lots of different things. We have some what we call MSC 1.0 customers, where the customers just take our cells, they expand them up, and they infuse the expanded MSC into a patient, right? And the types of indications that they're going after are things like macular degeneration, as well as traumatic brain injury. And then, we have some customers doing more MSC 2.0 products, where the MSC is a subcomponent of the final one, right? Where whether it's a gene modified cell, so they're genetically modifying that cell to forward engineer it with added either added potency or brand new functions. These are going after indications from COVID, ARDS type applications to oncology. We also have customers that have a medical device they want to add cellular activity into, right? And so the indications that I've seen with that are cardiac patch type technology for congestive heart failure, as well as kidney disorders. And then MSCs are also raw materials from which to make this new therapeutic modality called exosomes, or extracellular vesicles. And we have a lot of customers that are progressing those into the clinic in the areas of wound healing. There's some pulmonary applications, even in the pediatric space. As well as some ARDS applications that we've seen so far. We see the industry going over the next 2 to 3 years is definitely a lot more of the genetically modified cells and really the forward engineering MSCs with high potency or for things like homing to a site of injury. As well as then the extracellular vesicles, right? And then genetically modified cells to make engineered extracellular vesicles. And then I would say over the next 5 to 10 years that's really when the tissue engineering starts to come in. And you'll see, the bioprinting of living tissues really start to take off, and you'll be seeing bioprinted intravertebral discs and pieces of cartilage or pieces of bone that are custom shaped for facial applications or whatever application you want. That technology is progressing really rapidly, and the cellular demand for those technologies is really high. And so we really see those as being the 5 to 10 year, with I would say the next few years, again, these genetically modified MSCs and extracellular vesicles. Thanks for coming to Frederick, Maryland to talk about the future of healthcare, and really looking forward to seeing the results of the road to 50 states.